All right. Hey, everybody. I've got Luis and Alexis here. Wanted to talk a little bit about Agent Autopilot, Facebook ads, what they've been able to accomplish in their business, and how they're scaling using this system. So, Luis, tell me a little bit about yourself. How long you been selling insurance?
Luis Garcia. I'm been licensed. I'm fixing to do my 23rd renewal.
Wow.
So I've been doing insurance for about 23 years. 16 of it was under a captive agency, a captive company. But the last fixing to be 6 years in September, I've opened up my own agency. Um, kind of been floating around in the independent world. The guy that recruited me to the independent world. Said, "Hey, here's how you do it." Got me excited, and then just said, "Hey, go get him, Tiger." And so the guy was, I mean, in all honesty, he was about 100 miles from me, and so he kind of taught me a little bit, and just said, "Hey," and that's just me. It's always been my deal. Is once I get a hold of something, I run with it, and I grow. So about 2 years into it, that relationship kind of got sour, stale. I mean, I needed help. I needed to grow, and so that kind of we went our separate ways. And I did have a little bit of time getting him to release my contracts, but then about 3 to 4 month period, I came across the guys that I'm currently with. My current IMO, the guy said, "Hey, listen, this is the way the independent marketing world works." He opened up my eyes to a whole new other way of doing business. And so since then, I've gradually grown. And then about, I believe, last November of 2020, I came across a Facebook ad that said, "Hey, you want to scale your business? Log on to the lead machine." And so I went from lead machine, and that's how when I was introduced to you, Josh. And from there, it has just been a constant growth. I mean, you've always been very available. You've always taken the time, so I greatly appreciate that. And so I purchased the lead machine, and then right following with that, it was, "Hey, will you want Agent Autopilot? This is our newest and greatest thing out there." And to me, it made sense. It made all the sense in the world that I was looking for all these things everywhere, and I was finding out that other agents were having to do the same thing I was. We have a CRM over here. We have a lead vendor here. We have a texting company here that does a texting for you, the calling, all that stuff was everywhere. And then whenever I came across the system, boom, it clicked. Oh,
Sure.
this has
Yeah.
it all. It's all built into it. So I said, I'm going to try it. And in all fairness, I had tried prior to your program, I had tried Infusionsoft, which I think is called Infusionsoft. And that was just so complicated because they try to get me to learn something, and I'm not a I can work the computers. I can understand it, but I'm not technical as far as getting down to, you got to create the funnel, you got to plug this from here to that. So that didn't go over very well. So I was a little bit down on technology until I came across Agent Autopilot. It's all seamless. It's, once you understand, like you keep saying, just about three buttons in the Agent Autopilot, and you can do your work. You can connect with your prospects, you can connect with your existing clients, and it's all you spend. I think now in the mornings probably spend not even an hour going through it, making sure that I got everything in line. And if I need to start setting up appointments, I can do it right through there. And then, whereas before, I had to rely on paper and spreadsheets and this, that, and the other, and it just was all over the place. Now it's all centralized, it's all in there, and at the end of it all, I like the software, I like the program.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, what kind of insurance are you selling? I know you were captive, and hey, we've all been through that in the independent world. Where we start is not usually where we end, and that's it is what it is. But it's always nice that people get us into the independent side. I think there's more money to be made over there if you got good work ethic and systems and processes in place. But what type of insurance do you sell now?
We do final expense, which is the primary use for Agent Auto, but we also do like mortgage protection. We're getting ready to do some Medicare this upcoming season. We've expanded. We've done quite a bit of even annuities or retirement, restructuring. So we're as we grow and we expand our practice, but the main goal when I signed up for Agent Autopilot was I wanted to learn and understand how the final expense process worked, and so this has streamlined that. And then everything else just kind of the same process, just different prospect.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. That's the hardest part of doing, I guess, different niches in the insurance world. It's the process is similar, but the prospect is different, and so learning them is the key, especially in the final expense world. They are a subset of the American demographic that is different than everyone else, and anybody selling
Yep.
final expense knows that to be true. All right, so you've been using Agent Autopilot for since November of what 2020.
Yes.
And it's if you're watching this later, this is August of 2011. So you've been using it pretty consistently. Yeah, you came in. We had a lead magnet of sorts where we were teaching folks how to create, I guess, organic content. And then
Mhm.
inside of there, we sold Agent Autopilot, and Luis purchased that. And well, man, you've been with it for a long time. So I mean, you've kind of answered this question, but really, I mean, what would you say is how has Agent Autopilot helped your business?
It keeps me not only with the new prospect as soon as that lead comes in, and then of course, it also keeps me in touch with my existing book of business. I was able to upload every client. I was able to convert every spreadsheet, every paper, every application, all the notes, and I've been able to put it into Agent Auto. And as we go through it, it was a little time consuming at the beginning, but now, I mean, it is. We put a client tag. We got the right tags on there, and I mean, consistently weekly, I'll get a text or I'll get a call from my existing clients. Hey, thank you for saying happy birthday. Thank you
Did you
for
did
like,
you set up those happy birthday reminders? Yeah.
yeah,
And so they're all in there. That's good. And so you're reaching out to your clients. And see, that's the thing that, sometimes people don't realize. Well, there's two things you said there. One, it was a lot of work up front. Okay. And anytime you get involved in technology, there is always going to be that learning curve at the beginning, that extra work. But then, I mean, all of a sudden now you've got all so much time, because you're saving time, and that's the truth in any of this. So that's important that you brought out. And then staying in front of your book, that's huge. I mean, I've been selling insurance a long time. Now it's been a while since I sold insurance, but I sold insurance for a long time, and I don't know how many times I'd go into a house and they'd have two, three, four, five policies from different agents. And I'm like, how's this happening? Because the original agent's just not staying in front of them, and we're
yep.
able to do that automatically through Agent Autopilot. So obviously we launched Nova recently. I know we've been getting emails almost daily from people. Hey, you guys launched Nova yet? Not launched Nova yet? And so we're going to roll it out in our next ads course launch and tell people, hey, Nova's out. Have you guys been using Nova?
At this point, we did it because when you rolled it out, I was in the process after I went independent. I haven't had any time off. I mean, literally no days off. Just on a few, Saturdays and Sundays here. But finally, after all that time and everything's sort of kind of leveling off, with the help of Agent Autopilot, we were able to take a week off, almost a week and a half. We were gone. We disappeared down in San Antonio, Texas, and we just left the everything kind of, and even through that, I mean, the texting, all the campaigns kind of worked. So as we came back, um, Alexa's getting ready to start doing all. We're going to ramp up all the Facebook ads, because now we're not only going to be doing Facebook or getting Facebook leads for just us, but we're going to incorporate other people that want to use our services. So we haven't yet, not as of today, but I mean, I've seen it. I've seen you get on the Facebook group, which is a lot of help. You get through there and you kind of see all the responses, and so We are. I'm excited to see that Nova,
Yeah, for
work for
those
us.
that don't know what Nova is, we basically we integrated Google's artificial intelligence platform with Agent Autopilot and basically created an appointment setting AI. Now it's never going to completely replace you making phone calls, and nothing will, right? But what it'll do is that when we're sending out these text messages, once they respond affirmatively, normally you would need to jump back in and continue that conversation. Well, now Agent Autopilot is going to continue that conversation. Tell them why you're reaching out, check your calendar availability, offer them a couple slots, overcome objections, and try to schedule the appointment on their own. Or Nova will try to do it on her own. And obviously, they're going to say weird things off the wall, and Nova's not going to know how to respond, and so that's going to shoot a text back over to you. But it's just further down the funnel, right? That conversation's already been started. They've been going back and forth. You're just jumping in and closing down the appointment. So it's going to be great, and we're seeing a lot more activity on that. And then you guys, you did purchase our Facebook ads course. I guess originally when we first opened that. When was
Yes.
that? Back in May. And so.
Yes.
And you guys have implemented that, right?
Yes, that would be where Alexis comes in. She
Well,
has
Alexis
taken that.
jumping in,
She has taken that. She has taken that. She's gone through all the modules. She brings me up to speed on Fridays, but she really has taken to that. And thank you for that. That's really been something that she's been able to work with.
And so, Alexis, tell us a little bit about that. So, I mean, did you have any prior experience with technology, Facebook ads before all that?
So before you rolled out the Facebook course, we did a little bit of research and we watched YouTube videos, and so we ran ads. Don't know how effective they were because we were just watching YouTube videos, but with Facebook, the ads course that you rolled out, I watched all the videos and I really got a good understanding of what I was supposed to how to target audiences and how to put together the graphics for the ads, and so I really enjoyed that part. Yeah.
Well, good. And so, I guess same kind of question. How's this helped y'all's business being able to develop your own leads as opposed to buying them from vendors?
Cost.
Yeah. I mean, what do you say your average lead cost is, Alexis?
So the last ad that we ran, we got about maybe 20 for $14.
How many leads?
20.
20 for 14. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. That's probably, I mean, I know we sell the same leads for probably $22, $23. Most vendors are selling them for 25. So essentially cutting your lead down by what, 60%? That's
Yeah.
that's a pretty good deal. And then how much time do you have to spend tweaking them and paying attention to them every week, you think?
I usually come in the mornings, and it doesn't take me that long to create the ad since I have the ads course to guide me. Probably like 40 minutes, maybe at the most.
Right, and that's just to build the ad, and then once you've got it going, it just kind of runs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And if you get a winner and it's, costing you less than 15, 10 bucks, whatever, you just let that sucker run, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so that's good. All right. And then is Agent Autopilot helping you guys get in touch with those leads that are being developed quicker?
Absolutely. As they drop in, that whole within 30 seconds, and I get that phone call, and hey, that voice in there says, hey, this is their name, this is where they're at. I mean, and you want to connect now, press one. Boom, I press one, and it's ringing. We do get some that don't answer, but normally, you just jump on auto. If I'm here at the office, I mean, I will jump on it, call them back, and most of the time on the second call, oh yeah, I better answer that, and we answer, and we'll make a connection, and like, yeah, you just filled it out. Hey, I just did it about a minute ago, and so they're like, yeah, and that's our service. We just want to provide the service for you.
So I got to jump in here. So this is, I mean, when I was developing everything, well, when I wanted to develop Agent Autopilot, this right here was why I wanted to create it. Okay. If you've worked any type of Facebook lead, Google lead, digital marketing lead, we get this all the time. I don't remember filling that out. And they just, they cool down so quickly, direct mail is still, best
It,
because, the 2, 3 weeks later, oh yeah, you can show them the card, right? But digital marketing, they didn't get on Facebook thinking they were going to become a lead, right? They were going on there looking for, pictures of grandkids and just saw your ad and filled it out. And so literally, if you call them back a day or two later, they may not remember. Right. But if they just filled out the form and hit submit, they're probably still staring at the website. 30 seconds later, your phone rings. Hey, you've got a new lead. Their name is such and such. Press 1 to connect. They're going to remember a lot more likely. And then obviously, if they don't answer, that's fine. Just pushes them into the drip communications, the text and the emails and all that. And if you start using Nova, it'll start doing that and start replying back to them. So it'll automate a lot more of that process for you. I'm glad that that's working for you.
And it's neat that you're talking to them and you're calling them by their first name and like, oh yeah, this is legit. I just filled it out. They're calling me by my first name, and now you do every once in a while you'll get one of that. No, it wasn't me. I'm like, okay, I know you have your laptop or your phone or your tablet in front of you, but I mean it's okay. And you just got to learn to. That's one of the hardest things for me at the beginning, using this system and using and being effective with it is I mean, after 22 years of me doing this, you still have that little rejection kind of feel. You want everybody to say yes to you because you're just trying to help them, but I had to learn to get over that. And the majority of my career has always been worked off of referrals. I mean, I've been successful getting referred. I try to do such a great job for the person that I have in front of me that at the end of every interview, every appointment, hey, listen, thank you, and if I did a great job, would there be it's just something that it just kind of goes with the flow. Anybody else that friend or relative that's in your phone or close by that I can be of service to them, and I normally get 1, 2, 3. I mean, sometimes I get 5. I mean, it just depends. But that was my platform. So to go into this, I had to kind of relearn a whole new feeling that I never even knew I had. Is okay, it's really okay. I'm just here to try to help. But if you don't want the help, I completely understand. You have a wonderful day and just move on, because that's
Yeah,
just the way it.
Some agents can't get through that. I mean, it is a mental health drain. I'll tell you, a good book for anybody to read is Go for No. For whatever reason, we think that getting to success is going this way and failures that way, and we don't want to go to failure, so we go towards success. But that's not how life works. To get to success, you have to go through failure and go through no's and go through hard trials and
You got to
whatnot.
get beat up a little bit.
Yeah, and you just have to, and you just got to
Yep.
realize. Look, I mean, I was out there, I was swinging with my daughter. Now my daughter's 3 years old, almost 4, going on 30. Anyways, but she wants me to push her on the swing, right? And I tell her, I was like, all right, I'll push you, but you got to try and swing yourself. And I was like, when you get to right here, and I was really close, I was like, I'll grab your feet and we'll swing you back and forth. Man, she gave up 1 inch from getting there, and she was doing it. I was like, come on, man, that is like a life lesson. You gave up, you were right there. But we can't do that. We just gotta, hey, the next call, who cares? They're gonna
Yeah.
give you 10 no's. Just no. I mean, look, it may take 20 no's to get a yes, but you know that every time you get a no, hey, cha-ching, that's worth $10, $10, whatever. So yeah, that's good insight. Very, very good. Well, what's your long-term plans? I know that you want to grow your agency. How do you see, using, being able to generate your own Facebook leads to help you in that?
Well, right now we're in the process of launching using Agent Auto and the Facebook ads course to set up our own lead vending operation. And, with your help and you guys have been good to us, that we're about to set up, and we're starting to utilize Alexis a lot more. We're going to use her as far as she'll be basically the marketer. I mean, that's really reality. That's really what it is. She's licensed, so she can go make the sales if she wants to, but she enjoys this platform, and I want her to run with it, to grow it. And so we're hoping to take on a few clients at a time and kind of trial and error, because that's just the way everything kind of works. You you got to start somewhere. We can think about it, but we got to roll it out. We got people. Once, like I was telling somebody yesterday, I opened my mouth and I told these guys, hey, we're ready, and we really are not fully ready, but you know what? We got to roll with it. We got to go. We're going to have some bumps on the road, but that's the only way we're going to learn. And
Launch
so,
imperfectly is a phrase I've learned to master. So yeah, well that's
and I
good.
kind of got that from you.
Oh
I
yeah,
seen from November when we first, when I first joined, and I kind of seen the we were doing good, and oh well, we had a little fallback, and hey, well, I'll fix that, and you were always like, hey, we'll fix that, and you've kind of been perfecting this Agent Auto platform
oh no doubt.
from the get
I
go.
didn't realize you bought in November. I didn't know what in the world I was doing in November. I knew software, but I didn't know how to run a software company. So I had to join. I joined this mastermind that I pay like 30 grand a year for. That's nothing but for helping out softwares. And so yeah, we've implemented a lot of stuff in the last 6-8 months that hopefully has made things easier on you. The different user flows and customer success and customer support and different things like that. We get it. Like people are not super tech savvy, so we wanted to build out something that was get you 90% of the way there. You're still going to have to put in the time and the effort to learn how to operate the system, but I didn't want people to have to learn how to build funnels and campaigns and triggers and integrations. Now, if you want to, the sky's the limit. You can do it all
Yeah.
under one platform. But I really wanted to just be as easy as just get your leads in there, tag them, and then work them, and that's what we've tried to do.
And I think there's a lot to be said that we don't touch up enough on all of these platforms and stuff, is that you've actually done it. Whereas other places that I've looked for, other places that I've come across that I've actually purchased and I paid an ongoing, membership, none of those people, that's the, I guess, uncommon thing. You actually been there. You've been there, done that. So you know what it takes to, for an agent out there, whether it's face to face, sales, telemarketing, you understand that. And that's why I think this software is so intuitive to an agent, or it's so friendly versus all the other people out there. Because there's other companies that I've been with, and they're like, none of them understand me, how I do business every day. I want to be able to put leads in there. I want to be able to call them. I'll be able to talk to them, set up an appointment, and just go see them. That's what I need. Whereas everywhere else that I've been, other places that I paid for, they're just like, well, just set up a campaign, set up a drip campaign, and they're like, well, they just sit back and they're like, well, that's not what I do. I just sit in an office and kind of just put it together. But their claim to fame is, yeah, well, we have other agents that are doing it. Yeah, but I mean, are they really using it? And that was, to me, my question to them was like, well, you never been here. You don't understand. I mean, I would have to take you, bring you from your, cozy office, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're doing, and that's how you got your degree, or you did your work. That's fine with me, but you got to understand me as far as how it works. I got to get the lead. I got to set up an appointment. I got to go meet with them, make the sale. That's how I make my money.
Right.
If you give me all the technology and I pay for it, but it doesn't return anything, I don't see any new name or any new lead, then to me, that's basically wasted money. I mean, and when you're independent and you're based on commission, there is no room for wasted money. We have to produce, we have to keep working for us to keep bringing revenue into the company.
Definitely, definitely. No, yeah. I mean, I definitely did it, at a decently high level. I used to write, 180, 200,000 a year. So I know the process. And so, digitizing it, I guess, bringing us into the 21st century. And I knew I wanted to build this for a long time, but just got busy and, building, doing different things. And then COVID hit. I was like, well, now's the time. We definitely need this now. And so, put in the effort, and yeah, we're always improving upon that. Well, guys, I really appreciate y'all coming on here. Anything else you leave us with? Any questions, anything you need help with?
Right now, I mean, you've been of great help. You kind of guided us through this. You kind of, probably went above and beyond what you normally would, and and we don't, you know, other than just being your members, I mean, that's really the you know, the whole relationship is, hey, you know, but you've helped us since you know, we can get on the Facebook. You're always accessible. I know, you know, sometimes I don't want to bug you because, hey, well, we have a hiccup, and then, you know, we try to go through the other channels that you have available for us. But, you know, sometimes I just, you know, I just got to go to the main person, and you've been accessible. So I thank you for that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, guys, yeah, I appreciate you. You know, hopefully you continue to grow that agency and grow your lead generation strategy. I'll tell you, for growing an agency, having the leads is the key. Okay, you don't want the agents to have to try to figure that out themselves. You know, having process in place for that's going to be huge. So, if anybody's watching this, you want any information on, you know, Luis and Garcia Insurance and all that, you know, just reach out and I'll get you in contact with them. If you got any questions about Agent Autopilot, you can go to agentautopilot.com. Or if you want information on the ads course, I think it's facebookads.agentautopilot.com. But I think if you go to any one of those pages, it'll shoot up a pop-up and send you the other one if you want to bounce back and forth. But good stuff. Well, guys, I appreciate you having you on here, and look forward to, you know, seeing your continued success.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you for everything.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
See ya.